Yeah, so continuing on from my rant last time about the identity politics and how my art is not in any way associated with that, and should be viewed separate to current um, political upheaval. I just would like to add something. It's a few days later now, and I'm just thinking that maybe I should just add this point to it that, currently in the country I live in, there's a lot of polarizing and a lot of divisive talk. The rents are very high. Nobody can afford to live in the city here. It's impossible. It's hard to get a mortgage. The general sense in the public, from what I can muster, is they're pissed off. People are not happy. A lot of people are leaving. I see a lot of people who came from different countries and lived here for a considerable period of time and call this place home are beginning to leave. I've seen this happening, and it's changing. The country is really suffering at the moment. So a recession has just started. You've had this whole COVID thing, and now you have the opposition parties, the people before profit, chasing Nazi shadows around the country, and it's quite alarming. And we deserve better than this. We really do. I can't see a coherent opposition to the corruption that's been prevalent in our government. I don't see it. And then everyone's getting tarnished with being called a Nazi, and they're fighting each other on the streets here over the stupidest of things. It's a very, very, very silly situation we find ourselves in. And the divisive nature of the social media, of the mainstream media, has worked very, very well. I've never seen people so divided. So creating art within an environment like this is very challenging, because naturally you'd be inclined to create art around it, and I'm removing myself from that. And as much as I'm trying to remove myself from the massive debate at the moment as to what coherent opposition are we going to gather up, I'm trying to remove myself from it all. And ultimately, I see the recession coming. I see where we're at with numbers. I see the provision centres. I don't see Ireland in its current state recovering very fast. And I think maybe an exit strategy is probably the wisest thing, which is tragic, having to leave the home country of birth due to the mismanagement and corruption of a few. It's the same old story, as the old song goes. But it's very hard to maintain the optimism. Very hard to maintain the optimism. But keeping the faith and creating the art and staying out of the propaganda and staying out of the bullshit debates with strangers on Facebook and moving forward into a new place. There is hope. We can overcome this. We can establish a healthier republic all over again. We just need to look at the figures and the numbers and what's going on there, what's been spent on what. And I think we need to have a very, very deep conversation in this country about where we're going to go. This EU thing is looking very, very suspect at the moment, guys. Again, we've only ourselves to blame with our obsession with identities and our obsession with group mentalities, where the individuals have been completely let go and abandoned. So my art is an offering for the individual. It is from an individual for the individual. That's it, guys. Please like and subscribe.